What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today I'm going to show you in 5 simple steps how you can start fixing your posture once and for all. You see, it's not that you haven't been trying in the past, but I'm telling you, you've probably been trying the wrong things because a lot of people mean well, but they're not telling you the right cues and the right things to focus on, and it's getting you either looking really strange walking around or more frustrated because you can't fix anything long term. Here's what you have to do. You got to start focusing on the things that you can change. And the first thing you need to do is stand on up, get yourself in the mirror, and turn sideways because you want to look at the angle of your neck first. Now, a lot of us will tell us you got to tuck your chin in, you got to do that. That's awkward. That's not going to produce, you're going to walk around like this. And it's not really fixing what you're trying to fix. If you look at the angle of your neck, and I'm talking about this portion from here to here, what is it doing? Is it tilted forward? If it's tilted forward at all here, you're not talking about the angle that you want. The angle that you want is going to be almost vertical here and perpendicular to the ceiling. And what happens is when the angle of your neck is good there, it actually puts your chin and the rest of your head in a nice carry position, instead of having to worry about pulling your chin back and in. And what happens is we do get sort of misguided and think that we're in the right position because even when we're forward, our body's smart enough to make sure that our eyes are pointed forward so we lift up. But if you looked in the mirror, you'd quickly see that that's what's going on. So fix the neck. But then we can move down to the next segment here, and it's in the shoulder girdle. And again, what's the advice you've been given? It's, oh, pinch your shoulder blades together, or roll your shoulders back. Well, the problem is you walk around like a chicken that way because you're not really fixing what you're supposed to be fixing. What you can do alternatively in a much easier and more effective way is focus right here on the sternum. This bone here in your chest isn't going anywhere, but it's controlling your rib cage position. And your rib cage is obviously controlling your shoulder blade position because they're attached to it. So what you want to do is focus on the position of the top portion right here of your sternum. Is it angled down at all? I can guarantee if you have forward shoulders, it's going to be angled down like you see here. You can fix that by lifting your sternum and trying to get the top of it. Think of it as a glass of water. Is it pouring out forward at all, or can you get it perfectly straight? You can do that by lifting your sternum up. But look what happens when we do that. That's so easy to control, but when we do that, the shoulders go what? Back and down. They're in the perfect position just by fixing the position of our sternum. So now you're 2/5 of the way there. Let's keep it going. As we work our way down through the kinetic chain, we have to always pass through the core. And that's a good thing because your core is something that you need to help you to stabilize the position in the proper position that you've already established up above. Remember, this is one continuous spine from your neck to in between your shoulder blades, into your thoracic spine, now down into your lumbar spine. Well, we can control that and stabilize that by having some contraction of the core. Now, I'm not talking about flexing and trying to pull down and create actual spinal flexion. That wouldn't help us. I'm talking about creating an engagement here of your core and getting better at being able to do that throughout the entire day. You can do that and talk, and you can do that and do whatever else you're doing by increasing the tone of your abs, the resting tone of your abs. And again, you're getting the stability. So now, here you are, your chest is up, your neck's in the right position, stabilized by getting a little bit of a contraction of your core. Not flexing, but contracting. Work your way down the chain now. Now we're into the pelvis. And here's the problem. Again, most of us sit all day long. We work, we drive, whatever it is. We have this anterior tilt to the pelvis. That happens because the hip flexors get tight from all the sitting that we do. As they pull down, they get us into this anterior tilt, as you see here. But we can fix that very, very easily by just contracting our glutes. Squeeze your butt cheeks together as hard as you can. Guess what? You just put yourself into a more of a posterior tilt. You might be in an actually perfectly neutral position, but you're going from an anterior position to a more posterior position by contracting your glutes. Keep that going with the contraction of your abs. You've got a nice co-contraction here. You just stabilize the pelvis and put it in the right spot by having both of those areas contracted together. Now finally, check out the position of your knees. I can pretty much guarantee you've got some flexion going on in your knees. You got a little bit of a bend going on in your knees, and you didn't even realize it. Here's the coup de grace now to bring it all together. Straighten your knees, contract your quads. You can see now that the entire posture from the top down has been fixed in just 5 easy to manipulate areas. You can easily change the degree of flexion in your knees. You can easily change the contraction going on in your glutes by just actively squeezing them together. You can easily engage your abs more than they are right now. You can easily tilt your sternum up if it's pointing down, and you can easily change the position of your neck without having to worry about all these crazy weird things. It's not that hard to do, but now I'm going to tell you how to keep it there, because if you can't keep it there, what's the point in the first place? You can keep it there by using this one drill that I gave. It's sort of like this Cam Newton Superman drill, believe it or not. But what you do is you take a band and you wrap it around you. Don't worry, you're not going to suffocate yourself or constrict yourself too much. What you do is you wrap it around from the front to the back. And you bring the bands in front of you. You grab the left one with the right hand, the right one with the left hand, and you get your hands in position right here in front of your chest. Now here, remember Cam Newton, pull out, open the Superman chest this way, reveal your S. Well, we're going to do the same thing. You're going to take it from here, you're going to pull out and rotate. So here, now what I've done is I automatically find that because the band is across my low back, it's pulling me into this nice upright posture. From here, my shoulder blades are going down and back because the sternum is coming up. Here, I've got external rotation on the shoulders because my bands are coming out and back. The thumbs are pointing towards the back. And of course, I focus on keeping the core contracted underneath the bands. I've got my butt squeezed together to get the glutes going, to make sure that pelvis is in the right position, and I have my knees nice and straight. And all I do is hold this here for as long as I can. If I can hold it for 1 or 2 minutes, great. If I find that I'm fatiguing and losing the right changes that I incorporated in here, then I might want to relax and then do it again. But the idea is once you've done that, take it out, come back here, and stand. And you'll see that it's way easier for you to maintain that position, because most of the time, these areas that we're trying to change here, they're just dormant. They're just waiting to be woken up. And if you do this a couple times a day, and I mean literally a couple times, if you can do it for a minute or two, good. Do it once or twice a day, you will see incredibly fast changes, because like I said, you are talking about tapping into areas that you never knew how to control before, and by just doing it in a different way, you're finally able to control the muscles, and you can make some really quick changes here and be able to maintain a much better posture without having to think about it. Try these. It's very, very simple. I want you to tell me how it works for you. In the meantime, if you're looking for a program, guys, that doesn't just tell you, oh, this is how it works, but shows you how to do it step by step so that you understand, number one, because when you understand, you're much capable of doing better things much more quickly. I do that for you. I try to break it down for you step by step. It's the ATHLEAN-X training program. You can get it over at ATHLEAN-X.com. I hope this one helped you out. Make sure you let me know below. Leave your comments and a thumbs up. And let me know what else you want me to cover here on this channel, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. I'll see you back here soon.